What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to your favorite beer league podcast for Flint, Michigan, Toon Talk. This is episode 9. I'm Connor. We got Garrett, Tim, as always. And I think we just need to start. I think all three of us should apologize for the editing error that happened last week. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes in Toon Talk. The listeners and the viewers don't need to know all the dirty secrets behind the curtain. Let's just say that we all wear different hats. Some of us make the slideshow. Some of us wear funny costumes. Some of us have to edit the whole fucking show. So sometimes things get messed up. And here we are. I don't know. That's all I got.
I'm just letting
some of us cry about their job.
Yeah, I'm just letting you roast me right
Yeah,
now.
it is what it is. It was a long day. I got about 6 different texts from people being like, hey, the second half of the podcast is upside down. I was like, what do you want from me? I thought about going back and changing it and re-uploading it. And then I was like, we already have 26 views. That's like 3/4 of the views we're going to get. We're not going to go back and do anything about it.
I was telling the boys before we started recording, I sent this to a coworker that, just like, hey, I do a podcast now. I had to go back and send him an older episode and explain to him why I didn't send him the most recent one. It's because it looks like dog shit and it's upside down.
It didn't look that bad. It's a podcast. It's an audio medium anyway. Anybody that listens to it on Apple Podcasts or Spotify didn't even notice.
You're missing half the fun.
The audio was seamless. I'll just say that. And it is what it is. It's like we said it's like the YouTube comment that the
Gooney Toons difference.
That's the Gooney Tunes difference. You're not going to get this anywhere else with a podcast like this. So
yeah.
But what's going on, boys? Had an off weekend, nice little holiday weekend. You guys get anything? Get in any trouble this weekend?
It was good. It was nice being in bed at a good time on Sunday, but I missed playing hockey and I missed being with the boys.
Oh yeah.
I went to bed at the time I normally do because I couldn't fall asleep on Sunday. My body's just wired to be sleeping or to be playing hockey and drinking on Sunday nights, so I missed it. I'm not scared to admit it.
So we were off last week for Halloween. So just kind of a funny Halloween story. So Leo, my 1-year-old, he didn't want anything to do with Halloween. Like he was a dog. Like he saw your little hood that looked like ears and whatnot. Nothing to do with it. And we take him to the first house. He's just kind of like crying. He's got his hood up. Goes up. We drag his ass.
Was
up.
Was this you or your son that was
both.
crying? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
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 Because I just want to go watch football and drink beer in my off week. But no, I had a good time. But anyway, so we go to the first house. He's tears in his eye, and he's got his bucket in his hand. He's like, "Why the hell do I got to carry this thing?" As soon as he gets there, lady comes up, drops some candy. But he kind of looks at the candy, looks at me, looks at the candy. Doesn't figure. He's like trying to figure it out. Pulls his candy out. Second house, same thing. Light bulb. And let me tell you, he was pretty much putting his hood up on himself, like let's go, reaching in, like pulling out candy bars like twice his size and whatnot. So good on him. Quick learner. That's my quick Halloween story.
That's good.
So I took Alexis for the first half of it, and while Ashley passed out candy, and she's like, I want to go and sit down for a minute and dump the candy and whatnot. So I passed out candy for the second half. Night was winding down and we had a bunch of candy left. I don't need that at the house because I'll just pick at it. So these 2 kids come by. I give them 2 big old handfuls, like emptying out. The one kid goes, Mom, he gave us so much candy.
Thank you, stranger.
Yeah, pretty much.
Kelly and I were joking about it. Like, it goes against everything you tell your kid not to do. Like,
yeah,
don't talk to strangers. Don't take candy from strangers. Like,
don't walk anywhere on your own without an adult.
Yeah. Leo's going to be dressing up and going to our neighbor's house with his bucket any moment now. Like, yeah, just waiting
now he thinks as long as he's got a bucket and a dog hood on, people give him candy.
Yeah. Well, I got a new drinking game for Halloween. When you're passing out candy,
okay,
you got to take a shot every time you hear a parent say, "Did you say thank you?"
Oh no,
man!
That's not a game. That's a death wish.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? How old were you guys when your parents stopped going trick or treating with you?
Probably like 5th or 6th grade, something. I mean, like it was in the circle that I grew up in, so they knew everybody. we didn't ever leave there. So
I guess you just kind of had a little loop.
yeah, we had a loop. So it was pretty easy for them. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of how my neighborhood was. And plus I had two little sisters, so
Isn't that the worst? Having to take your younger
it is what
siblings
it
with
is.
you. Oh, dude. I'd always want to go out with my friends. My mom would always be like, make sure you take Ben along. Make sure you take Ben along.
I feel like she's still doing that though.
She is. Yeah, I gotta
Love you,
take
Adrian.
Ben everywhere. But so we saw Tim's costume last week, and I think a couple of the other boys got into the festivities, and I think we got some
Yeah.
pictures of it.
Well, yeah.
I forgot. Okay, yeah, here we go.
We'll just that's nothing there. Just looking at what's up next week. But yeah, so it's pretty spooky on the Gooney Tunes. And this is what we could find. So
Tim, what did you use to paint your mustache?
So it was actual it was actual hair dye.
Okay, good.
I did have somebody say some guy goes, I should have called you a hot dog because it looks like you got mustard on your face.
That's not the exact substance I was thinking it was, but
oh jeez.
looks like something. I will say the best part of all of these pictures is on the left is Grappin and his wife and his two sons. His son, who's dressed as Iron Man, could not look more miserable.
He looks about as happy as I'm sure Joey does underneath that mask.
He looks like the kid that's sitting on Santa's lap in A Christmas Story, like before Ralphie and his brother get up there. And he's like, he's screaming before the Santa like throws him down the slide. Oh my God. But yeah, Joey's got a nice mask there. Full body costume and everything.
I mean, like there was no Spence spared there. Oh boy, the whole family. I mean, good for them.
When are you gonna do that, Garrett, with your whole fam?
Let's see. How many more years till never?
Oh.
Yeah.
All you got to do is like have Leo go as like a Gooney Toon, and then you just wear your jersey and boom.
That would actually
and have Kelly wear your other jersey.
Well,
or quarter zip.
Or quarter zip.
So we're out trick or treating. We both had our quarter zips on. So we had like two houses be like, oh, what is that? Like thinking it's like some sort of like Halloween costume. And I just go, oh no, this is just my men's league hockey.
It says Bauer on the arm.
Yeah.
People thought you were in a costume.
Oh man,
yep. That's good.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we both wearing the same thing, but whatever. That's why we bought them.
Oh, that's cute.
That was my Halloween costume. I went as myself.
That's cute.
Yeah.
But no, these are some pretty solid costumes. We unfortunately weren't able to find any of the young guys, which I'm sure got into one on Halloween.
We'll get better at it. Yeah, they're different generation, different social networks. So yeah.
Yeah, you guys are still on that Facebook grind, right?
Yeah, we're on Meta.
Oh yeah, Meta.
I still got
Nice.
MySpace, you know. Like.
MySpace. Oh my God. All right. So that was Halloween. Hope everybody had a happy, safe Halloween. What else you got?
I think there's a new captain on the team.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Hold on.
Ranked.
Is this stolen valor? Garrett, are you gonna bench Craig for
That's a good point.
Stealing valor?
The veteran community does not take that lightly. I may have to make a YouTube video encountering him. Approaching him and asking him what he thought he was doing.
That would be incredible.
Yeah,
I will definitely not be thanking Craig for his service.
Because he didn't serve, Tim. There's nothing to thank there.
But for our other veterans, including Garrett, we thank you for our service, for your service.
Yeah. And maybe Craig, maybe he just had led a second life we don't know about.
It's true.
Yeah.
Tim, you've known him the longest. Do you think Craig has served?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Well, then there we go.
I do got a question for Poon Patty though. What came first, the chicken or the egg?
How long have you been sitting on that one? Come on.
Don't worry about it.
You've been sitting on it since you saw his costume like a month and a half ago when he showed it to you. And you probably had a party with him and you probably used that line.
So he actually borrowed that from his stepdad.
Oh, geez.
He was going to a party last minute and he's like, I really don't want to buy a costume, but he's like, oh shoot, Kelly's got a chicken costume. So he called him up and sure enough, he still had it.
There you go.
It works.
Yep, it works.
Yep. For his chicken legs, right?
Yeah.
I can't get over Joey's son. Every time I look at that picture, it just his arms are just like at his side, just absolutely defeated. Like I just don't want to be Iron Man. Have you guys watched? There's a sketch comedy show on Netflix called I Think You Should Leave.
No, I haven't.
If you haven't watched it, check it out. It's absolutely hysterical. It's like this guy that writes all these sketches, and one of them he's like playing a prank show. He's like a TV host. He's like doing like a prank show, like an undercover prank show, and he puts on like all this like makeup and fake prosthetics and stuff, and he looks absolutely horrible. You can obviously tell it's like fake prosthetics, and he's just standing there and he's just like, I've got too much shit on me. I don't want to be here anymore. Take this shit off me. I can't breathe in this thing. So for those of you that have watched the show, you'll hopefully get that reference and appreciate it more. But yeah. All right.
Good. All right.
What else
So
we got?
yeah, we got spooky. So next topic.
Oh yes.
Our Midland Minute.
It's about time we got to this.
Yeah.
It's a perfect week for it.
For this one, because this is probably going to be a reoccurring segment.
So if I recall, Eric was the 2019 scoring champion?
I believe
Leading goal scorer for Midland.
2019 leading scorer for the Midland for his league in Midland. Yep. And that's all we heard about for a whole year. All of 2020, that's all we heard every week. Eric, why didn't you get that goal? Oh, well, I would have had it in Midland. I'm the leading goal scorer. Eric, why didn't you pass me the puck? The leading goal scorer doesn't pass anybody the puck.
And if I'm not mistaken, he's their plus player on the team.
I don't. Well, yeah,
I
don't know. Maybe not anymore.
Yeah,
not after these numbers.
Yeah. So if you look closely, this is a screen cap of the Midland Arena, whatever their stats, and we're on page 2. So displaying 31 to 60. Count your way down. I think he's tied for what did we decide?
Like 39th or 40th.
Yeah, 39th or 40th, tied for close.
Not only are we on page 2, we're at the bottom of page 2.
And I don't think this specific page has games played, but I think they've played like 6 or 7 games. So he's at like half a point per game, which is just, I mean, for a leading goal scorer is rough. Is rough. I think washed up is the perfect word.
Yeah.
And it's just, he's
right at home with the Toons.
That's right. That's right. Well, I don't know. He's having a little bit of an off year for the Toons as well.
I feel like we had a little bit of a slow start.
I don't know. I don't have his exact stats in front of me. I guess I could pull them up, but I know his line mate, his wing,
3 points.
His wing partner was struggling towards the beginning of the year, and that probably hurt him a little bit.
Yeah,
but now he's on a 2-game
if your wing partner isn't scoring too.
Yeah, that's true. He's always hurt, so that's just a possibility. He could be, hiding some kind of injury or ailment, probably. Yeah. But I mean, we just need him to step up. Yeah, we really do. For a former leading goal scorer, as much as he led Midland in scoring, he got a big new contract from the Toons, and he's just not living up to that contract. So, and listen, we have people waiting in the wings that are ready to step up if we need it.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, that is our Midland Minute. We'll spice that up as we get along the year. Maybe get some cameos, music. I don't know. We'll figure something out.
I mean, if you look at it, they got a guy. Devonta Barnes has more points than Eric Fedline.
Oh, I think that guy plays in our league, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think that's the guy that plays for Purple Cobras.
I think it is.
Yeah.
There you go.
Eric's getting outscored by a Purple Cobra. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, Eric? Eric, they're a C team. We're B minus. What are you doing?
They're the
no, we're B2.
No, we're B2. All right. Well, all right. We don't need it. We don't have to go through all that again. We don't need to. That's okay.
Oh.
All right. What else we got? This is going to be a weird episode, everybody. We don't have any games to talk about. There's nothing. Nothing happened last week. Like 80% of our show is talking about what happened in our game from the previous weekend. So, just it is what it is. It's a no game show. So we're throwing shit
We're
at the wall
digging.
and seeing what
We're
sticks.
digging.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Oh
Yes,
my
so
god!
we
I
got
hope
our-
I hope people are listening to this and not watching this.
I
What
hope
just
they're watching.
what just popped up on the screen? That's gonna give
The big man.
children nightmares. Does he listen?
Yeah.
Do we notice? Does Big Brian listen?
I don't know.
I don't know actually.
We talk about it a lot.
If he
but,
doesn't, then he's not the Gooney Tunes #1 fan.
Fair
He
point.
does have the most merch.
I'll tell you what, I'll take listens over merch buys because I don't get anything out of the merch buys. Doesn't go
Yeah,
into
our
the team
jerseys
fund.
are
Yeah.
cheaper.
The percentage.
Okay, true. Yeah, the jerseys. Yeah, he does bring down the
Yeah.
price of the jerseys a little bit.
Fair enough. Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
All right, but this is going to be our Toon Take segment where we're going to give out some hot takes, some bold predictions for the remainder of the season. The spicier, the better. The spicier, the better. Oof, can't talk today. Tim, what do you got?
I only got one, but I think it's a big one.
Okay.
So we know Reeder is a defenseman, and we know John Hagan plays forward.
Okay.
So I'm taking that into consideration. But my bold prediction, my Toon take is John Hagan will have more goals than Joe Reeder.
Wow. Okay, so I have a John Hagan more goals than bold prediction too.
Oh boy.
I do too.
Except it's not Reeder, it's Joe Grappin.
Oh wow.
See,
That's even spicier.
I mean, while we're on the topic of John, so mine was it's not necessarily goals, it's points.
Okay, that's easier, so less spicy.
Well, John Hagan has more points at the end of the season than Eric.
Whoa!
That's a bold take.
Okay, I lied. No, that is spicier.
That's spicy.
That is. Wow.
Yeah, because I
Do we
think
know-
I think he's actually beating him right now. And
Yeah, I can look it up. I got my stats right here.
let's see. I got Eric for 2 and John for probably 2. But John for 1. So I'm going to be feeding John left and right.
Well, yeah, it's just gonna come down to how honestly, I mean, those guys aren't gonna put up a ton of goals. I guess we could hold on. I can go to last year. So last year, John had 7 points, and Eric had 8.
Oh, you might be onto something, Garrett.
They
Ooh, man.
both had 3 goals. John had 4 assists. Eric had 5 assists.
I'm just going to say,
And Eric played 3 more games than John last year.
Oh.
This is good. This is
Yeah.
good. I will say John scored more goals than Joey did last year, so I guess that isn't a super high.
Yeah. Well, Joey played defense most of the year too. Well, either way.
Yeah, but still. I mean, I feel bad because I feel like we're all kind of shitting on John, saying like it's a bold take that he's going to score more goals
He's got the least
defenseman
amount
and
of
Eric.
experience. I think we're all giving John compliments. Like, he's got the least amount of experience of everybody
Yeah.
on the team. So,
That's true. That's true. I have another one.
all right, go ahead, sir.
Tim, hopefully this doesn't give you too big of a head.
Uh-oh.
I think Tim is going to have more points than Reeder by the end of the year.
I could see.
Yeah,
We
I can see that.
if
I
you
don't know
if you
how
look last
bold-
year, I probably had more last year.
Hold on.
Yeah, pull up stats, Chief.
You had 10. Reeder had 6. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
shit. That's not as hot as I
Yeah,
thought it was going to
Your
be.
bold takes are kind of
Damn.
yeah.
Damn. I guess I
Let's
just
call
think
it
of.
ketchup spicy.
I guess I just. Sometimes it is. All right. God damn it. All right. That's not as hot as I wanted it to be. I want to get a
here
better.
I got well, change a little pace.
Okay.
I got Phil as a top 5 goal scorer.
You mentioned that in
I know,
previous
yeah, and I
podcast,
mentioned that in the
yeah.
previous one. I think maybe it was his Toon factor.
yeah.
I think it was his Toon factor that I gave him. But I mean, I'm sticking to my guns there. I think the guy can score.
So you got to figure me, Tyler, Dan.
yeah, Jake.
Yeah, but Jake hasn't scored yet this year.
Oh, okay. Either way, that's my top 5 goal scorer.
Jake.
Where was he at last?
So Jake had
Phil and
6.
Jake.
Oh, Phil. So Phil had 4 last year.
Okay.
Jake had 6. Embry had 7. And that was kind of it.
So where was he top 5 last year?
Well, you got to remember Tyler didn't play all the games last year.
And I
So
guess
I
Yeah.
had, so let me see. I had 17. Embry had 7. Dan had 5. Tyler had 4. I think Tyler was still a top 5 goal scorer, to be honest. He only played like 6 games.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it kind of you got to take into account too. How many games is Tom going to play at forward?
Yeah, right. No kidding. Yeah.
That's true. That's a wild card we hadn't thought about.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good point. So, yeah, wow. That changes everything.
I mean,
Well,
But
I'll be
kinda.
honest. Every
Phil
chance
gets those
we get, we're
sneaky
moving up.
goals.
Yeah.
it's just like they come out of nowhere. Like the goal he scored this year was just like the puck's wobbling out in the middle of the net. It's just on his stick, and then it's in the top corner, bar down.
Yeah.
With like
Yep.
what just happened? Yeah,
Tom's Toon factor just happened. Tom's Toon factor.
that's true.
Yeah.
Phil being in the top 5 for goal scorers is a pretty solid take. I like that.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Damn it. I feel like I should have another one because my Tim Reader one was kind of shitty.
I do have another one.
Okay.
Bray is going to be second from the bottom for points for. And
So he's going to have
Someone's
more
gonna have
than at
less
least
points
one
than-
person.
someone on the team is going to have less points than
Dude,
Bray.
there's no way.
So I think last year he got 2 assists, and I think we might have 1 or 2 games where maybe Ben comes out because he's always said, "Hey, I want to skate out like anytime we can get another goalie."
Okay, so that's good. I know the weekend of Thanksgiving, Ben was talking about coming home, so we might.
Something to
Bray
bring
might-
his shit.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he said whatever we want to do, Ben would play goalie or skate out, whatever Bray wants to do.
And
Yep.
Ben said he would come on the podcast when he plays with us.
So yeah,
There you go. Yep.
that would be the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. Ben will be so for our Thanksgiving episode. We'll feature OG Gooney Tunes goalie Ben.
Yep.
It is.
So
we're
that is
confirming it now.
my bold prediction with Bray. Second from the bottom. So someone's going to have less points.
All
than
right.
Bray.
Well, let me see. So right now, Craig has 0 points. Tom has 1 point. John has 1 point. Grappin has 1 point.
I
Reader
think
has
he
1
needs
point.
2, maybe 3 points.
I think he needs at least 3
yeah.
to not be the
Yeah.
bottom.
I
I
agree
think
with
everybody
that.
gets at least because I don't think anybody had like 1 point last year.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I like that too. That's another good one.
I'm here for the good ones.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
I'm
I
kinda
can't-
wondering
I can't
too,
think of a good one. Damn it, I'm mad now too.
Uh,
I didn't look at the stats before I did my Tim Reader one. Now I feel
Neither
like
did I. I mean,
now I feel like an
but-
idiot.
I was pretty close. I don't know what I had last year, but I had to have been a point per game.
I mean, do you want to know?
Sure.
You think you were a point per game player last
I think
year?
I was just under. I think I was like 1 game more played than.
All right, so we played 21 games last year. How many points do you think you had?
I'm gonna
Oh
say,
boy, this is okay. I
Yeah,
take
a
that
lot
back
less.
because
No, how many
I
points did you think you had? We played 21 games.
No, I
I was
didn't have
at
very
13
many
points.
assists last year. I think I
You
only
had
had like
13.
2 assists.
I'll give you
Sorry.
this.
I probably had 13 points.
You had 10 points.
Woo.
Double digits,
under
baby.
you were under a half a point per game.
Well, I turned over a new leaf this year. I decided to pass the puck more, be more of a playmaker. So
You were 6-4 last year, 6 goals, 4 assists.
yeah, and right now I believe I'm 1-3. So
Although
turning over that new leaf.
That's right. 1-3. Yeah, sure. Something like that. All you had to do was get chewed out for 3 games in a row and get called out on a podcast every week.
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
Gotta take that trip on the struggle bus.
Yep. I got the clown nose somewhere if need
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
All right,
All right,
here's my new bold take. Here's my new bold
All
take.
right, here we go.
So we have 6 defensemen, right? We would classify 6 of our players as defensemen.
Technically 7, yeah.
7.
Yeah, we have the flex in there. So we have Grappin, Reader, Dan, Tom,
Yep. Poon Patty
Boone Patty, and Brown.
and Craig. Did you say Craig?
Yeah.
So
correct.
7. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's my bold prediction. Mike Bice has more points by the end of the year than 4 of our 7 defensemen.
I can see that, but that's a pretty good one. Yeah. I'm not going to
You
say
got to
who I was
figure. You got
counting
to figure
out.
2 of those guys are flex. 2 of those guys play forward
Yep.
quite a bit.
Yep.
One of them is probably going to be in the top 3 in goal scoring.
Yep.
Well, it don't matter with Dan. Even if he's playing D, he's going to be cherry picking at the center line anyway.
You're right. You're right. I'm still mad about that, by the way. I'm still not over that. I'm pissed. I'm pissed the barn glitched out and I didn't get to coach's corner his ass on that video.
Not a good look, Dan.
Making me play defense for a 2.5 minute shift so we can cherry pick at center ice.
The only time Connor's ever bitched about it, ice time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, true. I was mad.
go,
I
Dan.
actually was. I was like, dude, I was trying to get off the ice for like a minute and a half at the end of that shift. I was like, every time I looked up and cleared the puck, there was Dan. I was like, well, can't come off still. Can't come off. But anyway, all right. Any more bold predictions? Those are some pretty good ones for some of us. Some of us, not so much. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know where I'm at in the mix.
You're right. You're right in the middle. You say right in
Okay.
the middle. Yeah. You're good. So yeah, you can point up
Right
and
in the
down and be
middle.
right. Yeah. All right. We'll see how those pan out. Maybe we'll do this again later.
Yeah.
All right. And here we go. Some award predictions. So we're probably a third of the way through the season.
Yeah, I mean, it depends how you look at it. We just started in the league kind of thing like that. We're in the the BBC, and
7 games in.
Yeah, 7 games in, but like first we've only had 1 game in our actual division. So, but either way, we decided to get a little award predictions going. Kind of looking at how the NHL looks at it, and we'll talk about who we think is our front runner. And we also have some some different ones that we'll talk about a little later. But yeah, these are the first 5.
All right. I'm going to leave myself out of the first conversation. You guys can go ahead and talk about who you think is going to win the MVP.
Well, I feel like the MVP, you got to look at a lot of things,
Oh, I agree.
Just,
So,
not just goals or points. Sometimes you probably need to look at would the Gooney Toons be a team if they didn't have someone to put the team together?
Are you trying to throw your hat in the ring for the Art Ross Trophy,
Yeah,
Garrett?
that's kind of what I'm getting at. Yeah.
What are we doing? That would be like you're talking about like Darren McCarty winning the Art Ross right now.
You think I'm like Darren McCarty?
Glue guys don't win MVPs. There are other awards for glue guys to win. MVPs are your Connor McDavid's,
man.
your Nathan McKinnon. Well, I
I'll
guess
tell you
Nathan
what.
McKinnon's never won an MVP.
I'll tell you what. There's real talk. 2 guys. One of
I
them's on the
agree.
podcast. The other one is
No, it is not
the other
Tim.
one is
Not
the other one
Tim.
is Tyler.
so reluctantly, I think Tyler, and this is not taking Bray into consideration for this.
Goalies don't win MVPs.
Yeah, I got to give Tyler my vote. He's been a scoring machine this year. I'll give him that. Ever since
He only has
calling
one
him
more.
out on
He
the
only has
podcast.
one more point than me. Check the stats.
But we called him out. He's leading the team in points.
That's don't lie.
Listen, this is right where I want to be at this point in the season. I want to have a little chip on my shoulder. I've led the team in scoring for the last 3 seasons. Then this young upstart, young buck thinks he can come in and start an A-League team and, score the most points on the Gooney Tunes. It's a long
Can we talk
season.
about, if
Well-
I'm not in the running for Art Ross, can we talk about best GM?
Sure.
Maybe.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see how I'll tell you what, the last couple of years, your offseason moves have been suspect at best.
Fair enough.
That's kind of what I'm getting at. And, I think we need to let that sink in for a minute.
Yeah, I don't know. Last 2 years, not great.
Yeah. What can I say? I set the foundation. We've got a good foundation right now. That's why everybody keeps coming back. We'll leave it at that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Norris. I think the Norris is a 3-man race. And I think it depends on what you value what you value in a defenseman. I think we have 1 offensive defenseman, 1 pretty solid 2-way defenseman, and 1 defensive defenseman.
That's pretty much sums it up. I mean, it's Brown, Reeder, and Dan.
If we're classifying Dan as a defenseman, which again is still up for debate.
Offensive defenseman's a defenseman.
Yeah, okay. But if you don't play,
There's a lot of hatred going on.
if you don't play defense, are you really even a defenseman?
He's still
That's
solid
true.
back there.
Okay.
He's solid back there.
I'm glad
So
you
he's
I'm glad you
So
think
is
so.
he your pick?
So
It sounds like
he's
he's
the
your
North?
pick. Sounds like he's your early
I'm not gonna say he is, but you're
oh
throwing some flack. So I'm not gonna, let.
I'm allowed
let
listen,
flack.
I'm on a podcast. I'm allowed to do that.
Yeah, you're just salty because you had to stay out there for 3 minutes. Yeah.
It was-
Again,
it
thanks,
was-
Dan, for making
it was-
Connor complain about ice time.
It was
First
2.5. Yeah, never happened before.
No,
It'll probably happen again though.
I think I'm going to value defense for my pick. I'm going to have to go with a Reader.
You know what? I was gonna say the same thing, Tim. I think he's been a
pretty
little
solid, like a stay-home defenseman.
Yep.
Well, consider we have another award that's specifically for defensive forward.
Now Dan's not winning that.
No, the only defenseman ever to win it.
Yeah.
All right, so me and Tim's vote is Reader. Garrett, your vote is Dan.
Man, top D.
I believe the exact wording is best all-around defenseman. I believe is the exact wording.
So I'll go with Brown in that case.
All right, I like that.
My vote's gonna be Brown, just because like he moves the puck real well. He doesn't, he still skates it out. He gets physical in the corners, so that's gonna be my guy. That's my Norris candidate.
And I would take Craig into consideration, but he had a sea legs game. And
that's him back early. He's not out of the running.
Right. No, he can still make a comeback, but
all right. The next category. So here's my only question about the Vezina. How many games do you have to play to be considered a Vezina candidate? And do they have to be ice games or do street games count?
1 and both.
So you are right now a Vezina candidate.
Yes.
After Thanksgiving, Ben will be a Vezina candidate.
Correct. We'll see if he gets a shutout.
Yeah.
If he gets a shutout, if Ben gets a shutout on ice and you get a shutout in street, which is more valuable?
Well, we'd probably have to look at, shots taken, all that good stuff.
Well, we'll also have to take into consideration.
I think that
they
game
know
is
how to put on their equipment.
That's true. I think that game is against Mercino, by the way.
Okay.
So if he gets a shutout against Mercino, that's Vezina caliber. I'm just saying.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I took some pretty good shots, but we have to look at natural talent. Like Ben's honed his in over years. Mine is just kind of like sitting there dormant.
That's not
ready to come out like a panther.
That's not a qualifier for the award. Natural talent is not like how good could this goalie be. It's how good was this goalie with zero training and help putting on his gear.
I mean,
that's not how it works.
It worked out. So
I mean, okay, it did.
Connor and I were sitting on the bleachers just watching you look around at your equipment, trying to figure it out.
You were looking at the pads like they were in a different language, and you didn't know what they were.
Probably about 6 inches too short.
Well, yeah, they're his old pads from when he was 12. They were short on him.
Well, hey, I knew what I was looking at. I was trying to figure them out.
Which way do these go on? How do these buckle? How do these?
Yeah, it's just the left or the right.
Can you guys help me?
Can I just lay down on top of them? You can buckle them.
Needless to say, the voting committee needs to take all this into consideration when they're filling out their Vezina ballots.
Yeah, correct.
But I think
I'm going with Bray.
Yeah, my vote's going to be for Bray right now.
My heart says Bray, but my mind's telling me.
Wow.
That's 2 awards you're getting.
I know.
Yeah, you're getting you're getting the Art Ross and the Vezina. Holy shit!
Is there an
what a player?
Category?
Do you got enough room in your trophy case?
No, my for the record, my Art Ross was I'm torn between Connor and Tyler, so I don't have a vote yet. But Vezina, yeah.
Oh, good.
We'll go with Bray.
We would hate for you to be on a podcast and give a prediction for a show. It's much better
when the segment is award prediction.
Yeah, it's much better for you to to play the fence, play both sides. That way you can't be wrong.
So okay, no, here it is. Just look at Bray has 0 shutouts so far this season.
I know.
How many wins?
He's got 4 wins.
Got 4 wins.
No, 3 wins.
3.
3. That's right.
3 wins, 3 losses.
But either way, no shutouts. But I mean, to score on Bray, you got to get through 5 of us. So
I would like to reiterate that this is not the shutout award. This is the best goalie award.
Yeah. So Bray, you haven't ran away with this yet.
Yeah, he hasn't run away
Bray,
with it.
Bray, wait, so technically the guy that subbed for us last week is a Vesna candidate.
Brandon or
Brett.
Yeah.
Who we coincidentally play this coming Sunday. So that'll be funny.
But yeah, that'll be fun.
All right. So Bray is our leading.
Close.
It's close. It's close, but he is leading the pack.
I will concede that Bray is my Vesna favorite right now.
And I was on the fence with that choice, but after last podcast, when I seen him holding that beer,
he needs this one.
Yeah, he needs
this one. All right. The next one, this one should be interesting. I'm excited to see what you guys had to say about this. The Lady Bing, which is described as the most gentlemanly player in the league.
So this could be defenseman or
forward or goalie. Yeah. It's just someone who conducts themselves in a gentlemanly manner, who has respect for their opponents, and it's often often a player with very few penalty minutes.
Yep.
So I'm trying to think.
So, not to sound like a broken record.
Are you going to nominate yourself again?
Well, I'm always out there.
What are we doing? This is the most masturbatory segment I've ever seen. This is despicable.
I mean, come on. I'm always chirping with the other guy, the other team. One of the probably better trips of the season was me against my own teammate.
That's not gentlemanly. Making fun of a guy for being a Make-A-Wish player is not gentlemanly.
I'm just saying, I like to sit and joke with it. You're not sitting, but joke with the guys before the puck drop and whatnot. So we'll see.
My vote.
Go ahead.
Is for Mike Bice.
Oh,
that's a good choice.
Yeah.
He's pretty quiet. Does what he's supposed to do. And the big thing, this is pretty gentlemanly. He'll do whatever the team needs.
I was going to say,
if we need him to play defense, he'll go back and play defense. If we need him to play wing, he'll play wing. He doesn't complain. Does it well. And he's a
more
what?
often than not, the bar factor. He's
yep, always down to buy a round for the team. I mean, you find me more of a gentleman on the Gooney Tunes, and
yep, I take back what I said.
Yeah,
good. I'm glad the first name that popped in your head that was yourself. You've taken that back.
So I was actually going to go with you, Connor, on this one.
Oh, that's lame.
No, you proved it time and time again. Every time there's a little scrum or something, you say, not for me. You're always skating away to the bench.
I've got Tim. I got my Tim guy.
Yeah, but I'm not. I wouldn't say I exemplify the qualities of a gentleman, especially when it comes to like yelling at the guys on our team. I can be pretty negative when it comes to making mistakes.
Yeah, rules for thee, but not for me.
Yeah, listen, I'll be the first to admit it. Do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah.
But I appreciate that, Tim. Thank you.
Yeah, but I think Bice is a good choice.
I think someone's gonna have to. I tell you what, if somebody buys more beer than Bice in the second part of the season, I'll give him the Lady Bing Award.
Yep.
Garrett's like, oh, that's all I have to do, huh? Buy more beer.
I feel like I buy the most beer on the team as it is.
Oh yeah, this guy, Tim. Tim, I'm telling you right now, we might never do this.
Hey, just give him the most beer bought award.
Yeah. We'll buy you the keg belly award.
Hey, I got that. Yeah.
Okay, so 2 Bices and Garrett voted for himself. Great.
So the more you describe it,
the Selkie is for defensive forward.
I'm gonna say Dan.
Okay, well, Dan can't win the Selkie and the Norris.
So
no, I voted for Brown on the Norris.
Well, Dan isn't a defenseman. This is for a player who plays forward but plays basically the best two-way forward. Think like Patrice Bergeron. I think Datsuk actually won it a couple times.
Yeah. So I got to go with Embry on this one.
That's a good one.
I already know. Yeah, I already know who I'm going. But
yeah, I've never seen anybody like just go.
Back check. I'll tell you what, wingers don't often win this award. It's usually a centerman's award.
Yep.
But
Phil?
He's probably the hardest back checker on the entire team.
I'll tell you what, though, the only thing I have to say against that is he does not cover his points all that well a lot of the time.
when
he
he
struggles
plays
with that.
center, and that's why I like him at center. He's all over the place.
That's true. That's true.
And that's
Now-
where he thrives.
For Garrett's real pick, he actually thought Garrett should win that award.
I know. I
Oh,
knew.
no.
Yeah,
This
I don't
was
think I
definitely
don't
not.
think Garrett's ever back checked once in his life.
I think I did once or twice, but that's about it.
Yeah, he's got that
Um,
Lloyd Christmas factor.
Yeah.
I want to nominate someone, but they've been having an off year defensively, so I'm not going to do that. They had one specifically bad game. I like the Embry nomination. Boy, I really just can't. I'm going down the roster. Yeah, I think
you don't want to nominate Eric.
not particularly.
The
No,
non-factor.
no. There's a couple. We have our biggest problem is we have more guys that are offensive forwards and don't play any defense, and we have a very rough time covering points and getting the puck out and
It's called
back
the beer.
checking. Well, I know. I know. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, like I said, I was jokingly going to nominate myself, but I really don't play much defense.
Mm-mm.
So I think Embry, Phil's a solid choice. Tyler's
You could
not
throw
a bad
Tyler's
choice.
name in there.
Tyler plays pretty, but he's got that same kind of issue that
I
that
think
a
it's
couple of guys do. He doesn't do a good
Embry
job of
does.
covering a guy in the defensive zone. He kind of is a puck chaser and he just kind of chases the puck a little bit.
Mhm.
So I think Embry and Phil are probably the two best candidates for the Selkie.
Yep.
All right. And so these are the NHL awards. These are all fine and well, proper NHL real stuff. Now we're going to go to the fun awards that we made up. So
And for the record too, we will revisit these at the end of the season.
oh yes, that is an excellent point. So we didn't mention that. So at the end of the season, we will have a vote. We will have all of these awards, all of the players, and we'll do a whole, we'll have anybody can go in. We'll have a Google Doc or something like that where you can go and you can vote for who you think should win this award.
We're going to force the team to vote. Yes.
We're gonna, the team will be forced to vote or they can't come back next year. But people that watch the show and have come to our games, you're welcome to vote too. And then we'll have a whole award show where we reveal the winners for all these awards and we'll get all dressed up and all that kind of fun shit. We might have some guest presenters.
Oh,
I like that idea.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
good idea. Yeah.
How much do we have in the team fund? I think
Enough.
Biz
Enough.
I think Biz's cameo is like $100 a cameo. So
Hey, we got Meredith. We've got we've got both Merediths.
okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's go to the fun awards. Okay. Number 1, the Doug Glad Award for the biggest goon. Tim, you're leading the pack right now.
Yeah, I got nothing.
You slammed a guy to an ice. Tried to get into a fight.
No,
and you throw your
was
gloves
already-
really far.
You threw your gloves farther
Yeah.
than anybody else. I think Garrett, that needs to be whoever throws their glove the farthest over the course of the season. That
be a
should be whoever
factor.
wins the award. Yeah.
Yeah.
So right now, Tim, you're in front. Tim, do you have anything to say?
JB needed my help, so I was there.
I will say, Reader's giving you a little bit of run for your money. He had one where he literally hit a guy into the boards, and then he had the one a couple weeks ago where the guy ran into him and Reader knocked his helmet off. So
He had the instance with the same guy from Dirty Work when John was getting mugged.
oh
came from
yeah,
the blue line.
that was
Yeah,
from last
that's
year.
the
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
So
I think it was our
Reader's
first or second game.
Reader's a little bit of a dark horse.
Yeah.
I think Grappin's a little bit of a dark horse too, but I'm gonna have to go with Embry. I think he
He came out
is
strong. Yeah. Yep. When it came to Goonin a little bit. Yeah.
he's like sneaky hothead. And he'll so I think by the end of the year, I think he'll
Interesting.
I think he'll be the one by the end of the year.
No, I think you're going to get in at least one more fight and take this thing home. I think so.
We got some options on this one. Yeah, I
So
think
give
it's-
it a couple months. Your wires are going to cross, and those gloves are going to go all in. The
No, it's only once a year.
We'll see. All right. Wendy's special, the biggest beef. I mean,
Where's the beef?
how are we not going to give this to Poon Patty right now?
This is Poon Patty across the board, right?
I
Yeah.
can't think of. I know, Tim, you beefed before the game last week, but we lost the video. But I mean, him skating out onto the ice before the game and falling and the pucks going everywhere. I mean, the intro to this podcast is literally just becoming a Poon Patty like beef reel. It's incredible.
Yeah,
so I'll
say mine was more of like a stumble than a spill.
Okay,
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
But yeah, I think it's Poon Patty across the board.
Someone's gonna have to.
It hasn't happened yet, but we might see one from two other guys, from John or Bryce.
I agree. Those are the
two guys that you gotta watch out
Well,
for.
Bryce did run into the goalpost.
Bryce ran into the goalpost. John crashed into the boards to stay on sides.
Yeah.
Although neither of those that's not really a beef. That was a good hockey play, but even so, that might get some consideration from the committee.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you're right. I think this is Poon Patty's award to lose. And we're 7 games into the season. Chances are he's going to have a couple more by the end of the year. It's just kind of inevitable at this point.
And chances are I'll probably have a couple to give him a
absolutely.
run for his money too. Let's be real.
Well,
absolutely.
Okay, bold take. Eric.
I don't hate that. Also,
I don't either.
Don't forget game 1 of this season, Dan.
That's right.
Hardcore got his ankles snapped and crashed into the boards.
Yep. So this one's it's not closed. It's not closed.
True.
Yep.
And I think a long run though could be Tyler too. We've seen him go, on the penalty kill, take the puck down.
Yep.
Nobody around him, take the spill.
Garrett, you're not going to put your name up for this one?
No.
Okay. All right.
Are we talking about the Wendy special or the Datsuki?
No. The Wendy special. The Datsukian, I've seen you try to deke too many times. No, you're never going to win the Datsukian. I think the Datsukian is a 3.
We don't have the footage. It was pretty good, but again, the Toon factor kicked in. And
yeah.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah. No, Tim. Paul Bunyan is not winning this award, my guy.
I think after seeing Tyler's goal when he roofed it, I got my prediction is I'm going Tyler on this one.
But that wasn't not to
not really a dangle.
That wasn't really a dangle. That was more of a snipe. And I think Tyler's a pretty good stick handler, but I think he's more of a power forward than he is a finesse player. If I had to put who I think is got the best chance of having the best angle, I think it's probably either myself or Dan.
I'm changing my prediction. I'm going Jake Brown.
Ooh, I like that.
We've seen him go coast to coast and snipe it. So
yeah.
I like that. That's a nice little prediction.
Yeah.
I'd give I'll throw your name around, but you have the same
not you, Garrett. Now I know you want to nominate yourself, and
I'm good. No, I'm good. I got the front leg back.
I'll tell you what. Straight up, no bullshit. If you do that like pull behind jump back deke and actually pull it off this year, I'll vote for you.
Okay, I'm gonna keep doing it then.
That's all.
Yeah, don't tell him that.
I was like,
I wanted to.
When I was on that breakaway, I told myself, don't do that bullshit because
Tim,
it never
I'm gonna put a compilation video together of all the times he tries it and fails it. It's gonna be like a 2-minute long video of Garrett doing pull back, jump back dekes and crashing into people.
Oh man, it'll pull off one of these times. I swear, it's my move. Just doesn't work out.
All right. Next up, we got the mouth, which is going to be the Gooney Toons Award for Best Chirp. And just to clarify, this is the best singular chirp. This is not the best chirper.
Yeah.
So it's the person with the best singular chirp. I hate to say it, Tim, but Garrett's got the best chirp on the year right now, and it really pisses me off.
So far.
So John's got a good one too.
John's is pretty good.
John's big bear in the corner was pretty good.
And I'm hesitant to even say it on the show because it was one of those ones where I turned him like, don't say that.
Okay, well then if you said that to him on the bench, let's go ahead and just not.
Yeah. We
don't have bleeping technology yet on Toon Talk, so if you say it, I'm gonna have to.
That's the only specific one I can think of.
Well, his big bear in the corner was pretty good.
That was pretty good. Yeah.
And then your Make-A-Wish player was, I think, probably the best one we've had so far.
Yeah. So when John did his big bear one, I think everybody on the bench, that was best reaction for me because everybody's like, what the hell?
What are you talking about?
Yeah. And then it sunk in, and then everybody was like, okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it was good. So I think John is probably the favorite just based on like the amount of times he chirps. He's bound to hit a couple good ones.
He's got the machine gun effect. Just I'm gonna hit the target.
Yep. I'm trying to think of who would be a solid like dark horse.
Reader's got some good ones out there, you know.
Yep.
Embry, Embry talks some good shit. I mean, I feel like everybody has a good word here or there.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Except for you're not a good shit talker, Connor. I'll be honest.
I mean, you don't know what you're talking about, but okay.
You're not a good shit talker.
I let my play do the talking for me.
Exactly. See, that's something a bad shit talker says.
No, that's something a good hockey player says.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We're talking about the chirping award, and you're like, I could score a goal.
I can. I didn't have to nominate myself for 6 awards to make myself feel good about myself.
Or keeping track.
Okay. Oh yeah. All right. So last but not least, so what happened was ... the worst excuse of the year award. Trying to think who's leading the way right now. We've had some pretty bad ones. Cruise boys.
The one that comes to mind for me is the Notre Dame game. So
yeah, that's bad.
That's bad.
Yeah, John Hagan didn't make the last game. Was Eric there? Yeah, Eric was there. Yeah, he went
but
to
John had to. Yeah, John had to win. Had to skip our game so he could win brownie points to go to the Notre Dame game.
Points out where you make a dinner, like you watch the kids. Hey, go get your nails done or something. Like
I agree. That one's pretty bad.
I don't know if Sunday night's the time to win brownie points. So that's off the top of my head. That's my runner or front runner for. So what happened was.
I mean, forgetting your bag's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Like forgetting all of your equipment's not great.
Yeah.
So, Embry's definitely got a shot at the title. Although I would imagine, again, we're going to get some pretty bad ones the further we go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, we got
getting married in the middle of the season. I mean, what are we doing? And that wasn't just
about that.
That wasn't a 1 week excuse. That was like a 3 or 4 week excuse.
Well, and now he's still catching up. Yeah. Yeah.
So we'll see how that pans out, because that's not a great look.
See, I think what's going to be a deciding factor with Reader is if he can perform the rest of the year. I think the boys in the locker room will kind of cut him some slack on that one.
I agree.
That's a good point. Yep.
If he plays up to his Norris Trophy potential, I think we'll be all right.
Yeah.
But if not, those excuses.
I'm going with John on this one though.
Yeah.
Right now, yeah. If it was today.
Yeah. If it was today, I would be picking John too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, we got a lot of season left. All right, boys. Anything else?
Nope. That's all I got. What time do we play on Sunday? I'm itching.
I think our game's at 9. If I believe.
Yep,
I believe it. Yeah.
Playing CNS, playing against Brett, who subbed for us a couple weeks ago. So we'll have to. And they're good. They're a lot better than we thought they were going to be. They got moved up from the C League, and they already put a beat down on Family PT. So they got a couple good players, solid goalie. So it should be a good game. Excited to get back at it.
And kind of going back to the Notre Dame game that John and Eric went to. Want to give a quick shout out to their buddy Bob that took them.
Bob.
Bob.
Great. Yeah.
Hopefully you're listening. Appreciate the love.
Yeah.
Shout out Bob.
Yep.
I was like, who the hell's Bob?
Shout out Bob.
Yeah. He's Brian's buddy. So.
Oh boy. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Shout out Bob. Anything else?
No, that's all.
Looking forward to seeing you guys and seeing you boys Sunday. As always, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit. We really appreciate it. We appreciate everybody for listening, for watching. Keep shouting us out when you see us at the rink or at the bar. We love it.
Yes.
We love talking to people about the show, getting people's reactions. And again, I know we mentioned this last week, but again, if you've got a funny story from your game or from your locker room or whatever, let us know. Shoot us an email, comment in the YouTube, whatever, how you want to do it. Let us know. We love talking about other people's experiences with beer league hockey and all that kind of good stuff. So
yeah, and
Bring
I
it-
don't mind.
bring it
I don't
forward.
mind
We'll do that.
signing the autographs, but 30 minutes before game time, let me have get in the zone. So if you catch me before that at the bar,
no,
no problem. But after
Tim,
that,
Tim, that's not an autograph. They're making you sign for your bar tab. That's
Yeah.
not a. Sorry, my guy.
my bad.
Oh boy. All right. Well, that's embarrassing. All right.
Yeah, she asks every week.
Yeah. Okay. I wonder why. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Again, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We will talk to everybody next week. Go Gooney Tunes.
Yep. No worries. Clapping bombs and wheeling moms.